Hello viewers, today we are going to see NCERT 11th standard physics. In that we are going to see about position time graph. So we are going to analyze three different types of graph. Okay. First graph deals with stationary object. So this is the reference point 0, x-axis is time and y-axis is distance. Assume a big rock. Assume this is big rock. I am measuring. This is my reference point. So whenever we do measurements, we must have some reference. From which point you are measuring, that is called reference point. So assuming this is a big rock, okay, not moving, stationary. So from this reference point, this is at a distance of 50 meters. Now I start my counting, that is, I initiate the time starts running. Whether this distance is going to be changed, time will start moving, that's all. The distance from this point to the rock is always 50 meters only, it is not going to change. That means the time may increase, but the distance is 50. That's why see, if you measure with 0, it will be 50 meters. Later on, after 20 seconds, if you measure the distance, it will be same 50 meters. After 50 seconds, still it will be same 50. That means the coordinates will be here, okay. If you connect all the points, you will get a straight line. That means this line will be parallel with the x-axis. So this is the graph for stationary object. Next we will consider uniform motion. So in that, once again we take x-axis time. Time is an independent quantity, therefore it has to be taken only in x-axis. It cannot be in y-axis. And x is the distance from some reference point. Okay. Here also we will take some reference. At 0 second, it starts, okay, at 0 second it starts. Maybe you can consider bike, cycle, anything, okay, or by walk. Assume this distance is comparable only with the walking speed. So initially you assume at 0, so a person is walking, assume a person is walking from this reference point. Okay. After 10 seconds, he reaches 5 meters. After it takes 10 seconds to reach 5 meters. Then for next 10 seconds, that is at 20 seconds, he is reaching 10 meters. Then at 30 seconds, 15. And 40 seconds he reaches 20. So that means the slope is always constant. This theta value is constant angle. So in this case we see a uniform motion. For example, for 10 seconds 5 meters, 20 seconds 10 meters, 30 seconds 15 meters, 40 seconds 20 meters. That means it is a straight line. So with respect to time, if time increases, distance also increases and it maintains a constant slope. The theta is constant. If that is the case, we call it as a uniform motion. Okay, this is second case. And if you come for third case, the same graph, but x-axis it is in hour. Time is in hour because I am going to deal with the speed of the car. And the x-axis is kilometer. So 100, 200, 300, 400, 500 kilometers. So this division is 50, 100, 150, 200, 250, 300, likewise it goes. So my idea is, assume a person wants to travel to Bangalore, Chennai to Bangalore, and once again he wants to come back to Chennai. So what happens is, this is a non-uniform curve, or it is not stationary also. I will discuss how this graph I will explain. So initially he starts Chennai at 0 hour, say afternoon 12 p.m. So at 1 p.m. he reaches 50 kilometer. Okay, that means at 2 p.m. if he maintains the same speed, he should have reached 100. So first 1 hour he is covering a distance of 50 kilometers. So he started, then first 1 hour he covers a distance of 50 kilometers. Then 1 hour, this is at 1 p.m. Then at 2 p.m. the distance covered was from 50, he has reached 150. That means 100 kilometer. So next 1 hour he reaches 100 kilometer from this point. So overall kilometer he travelled is 150 kilometers. So after reaching 150, you see a horizontal line that is parallel with this axis. That means there is no change in distance, that is from 2 to 3. So 2 p.m. to 3 p.m. he halts the car, he takes some food, he takes rest for 1 hour. 2 to 3 is rest hour. That means there is no additional distance covered. The driver is taking rest. 2 to 3. So 2 to 3, the distance is not covered. So 2 to 3 it is rest. That means the object is not moving. This is of this case. Okay, it's not moving between these 2 points. Then from 3 to 4, if you see, in 1 hour he covers this much distance. That is from here to here it is 100 kilometers, and here 50. 150 kilometers. Okay. So next 1 hour, 2 to 3 p.m. rest, and then he covers. This is 100 and here 50, 150 kilometers. Okay. Assume roughly Bangalore is at 300 kilometers. It is roughly around 330 to 360 kilometers. So I will assume 300 kilometers. Now he reaches Bangalore. Once again, if you see a line, he is not covering any distance. That means from 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. or this 4th hour to 6th hour, this 2 hour duration he is taking rest. Or the vehicle is taking, the car is in rest, it is not moving. The object is stationary. Okay. So then he starts his car. From here, he covers a distance. Now if you see, initially we are moving like this, but once the direction is reversed. So from Bangalore to Chennai, the direction is reversed. So direction also plays a vital role in plotting a graph and understanding a graph. So till 6 he is there in Bangalore. After 6 p.m. he starts from Bangalore, and within 1 hour he covers a distance of 100 kilometers, because here it is 300 kilometers, here it is 200. That means he has covered a distance of 100 kilometers. Then for the next 1 hour he covers only 50 kilometers. That means he is driving his car very slowly, 50 kilometers. And from the next 1 hour he covers a distance of 150 kilometers within 1 hour and reaches Chennai. Okay. Now what you infer from this graph, you can see a uniform motion in some part, then the speed or velocity is changing, then the object is stationary, then the direction is reversed. Initially it is forward, then the direction is reversed. All these things we observe from this graph. Okay, so this is somewhat non-linear graph, and we call it as position time graph. So I have explained with respect to a car driven by its driver from Chennai to Bangalore and from Bangalore back to Chennai. So totally it took 9 hours. In between he took food. He had rest during this hour, and here again he had a rest, or the car is at rest. That means object is not moving. And sometimes his velocity was very high. If you see here, in this 1 hour, he covers a distance of 150 kilometers in 1 hour. That means his speed the car driving speed has increased. So that's how you have to infer from the position time graph. After looking into the graph, you must be able to understand whether the object is stationary, or the object is moving with uniform velocity, or the object is moving with different speed or different velocity. We can infer from the position time graph. So that's all about this topic, position time graph. Hope you have understood this topic. Thanks for watching. Nandri.